Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm just goofing off, Never take things too seriously. Anyways, I hope you're all well. I'm happy that you're here and joining me. We did start an hour later today, but I did mention that yesterday. Had a few errands I had to carry out before coming into the studio. So let me see, what did we do yesterday? We Well, actually, we did quite a lot. We thought we were going to finish our painting. We did the outline of most of the body. And then eventually we did the outline of the inner and outer shell of that painting. So that's basically what we did yesterday. And I must admit, I thought that we were going to finish this painting. And then after taking a little bit of a break and looking again at everything I did end up fixing a lot of little details that I thought I had screwed up before. So what I did yesterday, I did fix a few things around the helmet that weren't right. I fixed the hand that also had screwed up. The splattering didn't go all the way down to the purple, so I did that. I added also a few lines in the pants and fixed a few details of the loincloth as well. Just, just little things like that. And then I got basically ready to go home. I changed my clothes, got ready, headed out. And then I realized, like, no, this painting is not finished, even though I did sign it on the lower right-hand corner thinking that we were all done and we'd start the new painting today. But then again, when I was, like I said, dressed and ready to head home, I stopped and looked at it again. And I'm not quite happy with this inner circle around the dancer. So what I'm basically going to do today, I am going to add right around here, like a little bit of a couple of sperms, and a little star in between them. And then I'm still debating if I should leave the outer frame the way it is. Usually I would have put another black frame about this width all the way around it. And then I decided when I was painting this painting that I liked it the way it was. But I'm still kind of undecided about that. So basically, that's where we're at. And so I'm going to get the paint ready to do these little sperms and decorate that, that little border. I think it'll look much nicer. And then we'll take it from there. So let me get the paint ready, and we'll do that. So we are going to go with some light blue cerulean blue. Let me see, I must have some down here somewhere. There we go. This has a slight, it's not quite cerulean blue. I don't know what they call this. Turquoise blue. Turquoise blue. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to use that. Nope, I think I'm going to go with the, there we go. Well, I have two choices here. I have the cerulean blue, and then I have this little bit lighter blue called, what do they call this? Brilliant blue. So I think I'm going to go with the brilliant blue, and then go with some yellow or some gold in between. So let me get this paint ready right here. Oh, I don't think I'll need that much, considering I'm going to be painting on a very small level. Then we're going to want to highlight that with some white paint. Here we go. A little bit of white, mix all that together. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, these yellow stars that I'm going to paint in the middle between the two sperms, I'm either going to have to do 2 coats of yellow, or I could do a coat of white paint and then yellow on top of it. If I put the yellow right on the black as is, the paint is, as it dries, is going to get darker. It's not going to be exactly the effect that I want. So if I put the white first and then I put the yellow on top of it, the white will shine through it and make the yellow a lot brighter. So I think I'm going to basically go with that. I'm going to go with a little white instead of doing 2 coats of yellow, one on top of the other. I still have to do it twice, so might as well go for the one that will have the color that will be the brightest. So I'm going to do the white first, since the yellows will go, the little sperms will go around it. Now, once again, I have to find the right paintbrush. So this is going to be really small stuff here. So I need a teensy weensy brush. Maybe this for the sperms afterwards. And then in between, I have one of my favorite. And I'm going to use this one, I guess. So, up. I'm going to get my light blue paint ready first. And keep a little bit of that white paint on the side for my little stars. Yeah, I really thought I'd finished this painting yesterday. Then when I showed up this morning, it just didn't click. It didn't seem right. So hopefully I'll feel a lot better about this painting once this part is done. Okay, that's good for the sperms. Now let's get the white paint ready for the little stars in between. That's going to be kind of easy. I'm going to put that on rather thickly. Oops, there we go. I gotta remember about these cameras here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. Something like this. Got to remember to zoom out though. Usually tend to forget. So here we go. There we go. And then I'm going to do, I'll zoom out now that you have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I can zoom in for half the painting. Something like that maybe. There we go. I'll do another one up here. And another one about halfway. Something like that. There we go. And then maybe 2 more here. Maybe right there. And then maybe right there. Okay. Do the other side. Okay. So there and there. Oops. Maybe up here first. There you go. And to do the bottom part, all I got to do is just turn this around. makes it easy. Again, find kind of the center. Say right about here, maybe. Right there. There, got that done. Now we'll get to the sperms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this on the wall first, because I'm not sure that this brush is going to be the kind. Okay, I guess it's okay. I was afraid the brush was a little too big. So let's go in for it. There we go. I'll zoom in so you can have an idea what I'm doing. Go right over here on this baby. There we go. I'll check that out. There we go. To the next one. There we go. Listening to a little Beethoven. Make us feel like we're in the mental institution. Classical music. There we go. Then I'll put some darker ceruleum Make it like a little shadow on these guys. Okay, that's the first part. Let that dry. It should dry rather quickly because it's a nice warm day today. And as I was painting these little sperms around the border, I was thinking like maybe I would like on the inner edge of the shell right here, maybe like a thin line of gold. So as the paint is drying, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think it'll add like just a little something, be very discreet. Nobody will ever even notice it, yet I think it'll be a major plus on this painting. Anyways, it's something I see, and if I see it, I have to do it. And again, this is going to have to be like a very small and thin paintbrush, which is not a problem. Now let's find out that beautiful iridescent gold. There we go. Use the same palette as yesterday. There we go. And so I want this line to be thin at the bottom, a little bit thicker in the middle, and thin on the top. So I'm going to start kind of working my way from the middle to the both extremes. And hopefully I won't have a shaking hand or anything. I didn't get smashed last night, so it should be okay. No shakes. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to start it right here. Okay, I can see now. I think my paintbrush is a little too wet, so there we go. Dry that off. So then I should zoom in a little bit, maybe. I'll zoom in a lot so you can really see what I'm doing here. There we go. Very discreet, barely noticeable. Still in the focus? No, I'm not. So I'll bring this out. Very good. Over here. So what does that give us? There, very discreet, barely noticeable. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom left-hand corner, which is nothing more than the top for us. So by the time I finish this, the sperms should be dry. I'm going to take it off. See you tomorrow, François. François is a little bummed out. He was expecting a client yesterday who put it off till today and never showed up. Bummer, bummer. I had an interesting conversation earlier with the guy who owns the little general store nearby where I buy my water. And he had absolutely no idea, no concept of what art was all about. Didn't not only understand it, but he didn't even see the purpose of what was the purpose of being a painter or art, or how did it work. It was pretty wild. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the guy never even realized like just about everything that he wore was designed probably by an artist of some sort. You know? There's no concept. Okay, this looks pretty good right here too, on this side. Yeah. Put it where it goes on the black again. You have to put 2 coats because the black shines through and kills the light. Which is why I put the white for the stars. How's that look? That looks okay. So, where are we at here? Oh. So, pull that back. So as you can see, the little gold thing is like barely noticeable, right? So, anyways. So, clean up the paintbrush. Get the dark blue ready. And then on these little sperms, just going to add a little shadow. Now, before I do that, I'm going to take 1 second to take a look and make sure that I don't need 2 coats. But cerulean blue is one of these colors that covers everything. It's great. You never have to put 2 coats on it usually. When it goes down so opaque that it's wonderful compared to so many other colors where you have to really put down several coats. Okay, let me get the blue ready. I'm going to use the bigger brush, go faster. Again, paint comes right out of the tube and just add water to it. I mean, I do mix other colors sometimes to get the right color, like for example the red. I had to work that to get that deep rich black red. And frankly, it is quite a beautiful red, I must say. It's very nice. Okay, once again, I'm going to zoom in. And then down a little bit. Tap, tap. Give me a hard time, why don't you? There we go. And let's get this shadowing done. This also should go relatively quickly. There, as you can see, it is really very subtle. But it makes all the difference. So I'm going to continue and go around. And hopefully I will do the yellow stars, and then hopefully we'll consider this painting done once and for all. Unless, again, this outer edge thing bothers me. And I'm used to doing when I'm confronted with this situation of hesitating on a painting, I usually go with what I'm used to doing, which in this case would be to put a border around it. But sometimes you just got to, since it did make me, I liked it the way it was, maybe I should follow my instincts and just leave it that way. And otherwise, one would never innovate if one can take chances with something new. So we'll see. In the meantime, let's not screw this up. There we go. Very good. Okay, I'm going to turn this baby around one more time. I'm going to zoom in and bring you in. Let's do a major zoom. There we go. Oh, like that. Now, as you can see, it's really this kind of there's a little shadow. There's a few more to go. Et voila. Got those all finished. Very good, very good. Turn this around. Pull this back. Whoops, there we go. So how does that look? Does it look better with these little sperms on there? I think it looks a little nicer, absolutely. And once we put the little yellow stars in between those sperms, I think it'll look even nicer. So let's get the paint ready for that. And that should be fairly easy to do. And then hopefully after that we will be able to start this new painting that I have all primed up. So once we do these stars, decide one more time what we're going to do about the outskirts of this painting, leave it or do that another frame, black frame, or just can the painting and ship it off to the MoMA in New York. We'll see. Anyways, let's get the paint ready and do these little stars. Okay, whoops, there we go. Blow up the cameras. What the hell? There we go. And that's going to be easy. We're going to use this nice, beautiful yellow. Again, don't need that much. I mean, I don't even think we have 1 square inch total to paint. So not only will it go quickly, but won't need very much paint. So, bath, do that. I'm going to use the same paintbrush I used before. To work pretty nicely. There we go. Get this yellow ready. Again, don't want to make it too thin. Definitely don't want to do 2 coats. I don't want to waste too much time on this. Okay, I'm going to bring in for another zoom so you can see really what it's all about. There we go. And I'll start below. Sure. There. And then, oops. I'll bring the camera up and show you another one. Maybe zoom in a little more. There we go. You get the idea now. I'll just pull this back before I forget to do it. There we go. And I'll do very quickly these other stars. There we go. There. Very good. Now let's see what that does. Go back. Yep, that doesn't help. Forget to change the cameras. Oh boy. Okay. I do have to get used to working with all these cameras, damn it. Sorry about that. So let's take a step back. I'll show you a close-up of what we just did. Let's go here on one of these little sperms right here. So as you can see, the two tones of blue and then that yellow star in between. There we go. And I am going to move this back a little bit, and I'm going to put the fan on so it dries a little quicker. There we go. So that's nice. You know what? I hate to say this, but I kind of want to. I'd like to put just like a little dot of lighter yellow inside those stars. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but somehow it'll take just a second, and I have a feeling it would look better. Again. Now, I'll make sure of that. Just going with a really bright yellow. Just a dot, nothing more than that. I mean, I don't think anybody will ever see it, but somehow I do. So let's do this really quickly. I know it's ridiculous. I'm going to try to zoom in for you, since this time I have the camera and the right camera on. And I'll show you how ridiculous this is. Let's get that. Hopefully, oops, that's one I already did. Okay, let's get that one. And frankly, it's really almost ridiculous what I'm doing, but just a tiny, teensy, weensy little dot like that. And in my opinion, it makes all the difference, all the difference. Always that, the elusive quest for perfection. There we go. That elusive quest for perfection, which reminds me of kind of a Zen story of the student that is so excited because the master is coming to visit. So he cleans up his house, he rakes the garden, all the leaves that are on the ground, and then says, it's perfect. Then the master comes over, kicks the tree, all the leaves fall on the ground, and the master says, now it's perfect. So, where are we here? Is this painting done or isn't it? That is the question. Well, I kind of have to say that I think it's done. I like it the way it is. I don't think I need to put that border on the edge of the canvas. I think it make it just too heavy, and adding those little sperms made that the outer shell there, that black, look a little better. Okay, very good. So if you all agree with me, I'm going to put this painting aside and maybe think about the next one. Start that today, like that I'll have time to dry for tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I saw orange basically, and I have the whole thing in my head, to be honest with you. I think this painting will go very quickly. It's going to be kind of based on the kind of posters I've done in the past. It's not going to be all that, I don't know. So let's put this baby down. Thank you very much. We'll ship you to New York tomorrow. And this is our next new baby. Now what I have to do on this painting though is to remember to film so I can make my making of. On the painting we just finished, since I was learning basically how the stream works and how the program works, and as you saw, I still screw up with the cameras because I'm thinking of several things at the same time. This time I really want to make sure I don't forget to film, so when this painting is done, I can edit everything that it took during the next week or so of doing this painting, and then make my making of this painting. So let me see. So basically I'm going to do orange. I want to do like 2 circles, one inside of each other. So I'm not sure if my compass is going to be big enough to do something like that. And I'm going to start it right now. I'm going to try to find out how wide this canvas is. It says about 62.5 centimeters. So that would be 31.25 about to get the center. So what? 31.25, something like that. The center. Huh? Huh? So let's try this. I'm not sure. Let's see if this is the right angle that I want. Basically one circle here and then another circle in this circle, leaving enough room for the edges. I think that'll be okay. I'm going to go like that. There's the first circle. And the other circles almost like this. Something like that. That sounds all right. Get rid of this. No, I don't want to get rid of that one. This is the one I want to get rid of. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. No big deal. So my idea was to have all this orange. This I was thinking of like space. And this one here, like a green, using one of my symbols, which is the positive of like a satellite heart with some sperms. And then here maybe having my kind of masked guy. So that's basically how I saw it. This is how I'm going to start off. So what am I going to do right now? I'm going to put the orange paint down, like that will give it time to dry. That should go rather quickly. I'll use a fairly large brush to do that. So let's go down here, get the paint that I need. So if I get this background coat first done today, well, tomorrow when I come in, we can move along fairly quickly. So that's going to be pretty good. I got a brush all ready here too. That's wonderful as well. So okay, well, while I get this paint ready, I'll show you a little slideshow, maybe a little bit of my paintings. Why not? Here we go. Yeah, I'll continue and just get my paint ready, and I'll leave you with that slideshow, a mixture of my paintings. But oh, what the hell? Okay, be that way. Up, up. Very good. Oh, fuck. God, if I had a buck for every time that my hair went in the paint, I'd be rich. Jeez, what a pain in the neck sometimes. What? Okay, so I guess I'm ready to start applying the paint. I'm going to do that right now, and it should go fairly quickly. This is just the background. We'll have to work it out later. I can do the edges as well, doesn't matter. There'll be a black frame all the way around. I can tell you that right now. Let me get this out of the way so I don't drop any orange paint in my white paint. That would be a drag. There we go. So, now that. And now I have to start recording for my movie, otherwise I'll totally forget. So I'm going to bring this camera up a little bit, and I'm going to start recording. There we go. And that's all I need to do to record. Just need a few seconds at the beginning, a few seconds at the end. That's enough to edit for the movie. Might even have to put 2 coats on this, who knows. Find out later or tomorrow when it's dry. Try to get all the brush strokes out of the way. So, as you can see, it goes really quickly. This is the kind of work. This is why I love painting on large paintings, because it's more physical and just more enjoyable to paint. Oh, just saying the word physical reminds me that tonight football's back on, or soccer, with my team's first game in 3 months. So that's pretty exciting for those who like sports, which I do. Today is what? Arsenal against Manchester City. So it's going to be a tough game. Especially that Arsenal kind of sucks this year. A lot of promising young kids in the team, but I don't know. So I'm going to let that dry. Maybe I'll have to put a second coat. I'll do that later. Then eventually we're going to work in other colors, a little darker orange, a little lighter orange. Then I'm going to put my electromagnetic rings. I like putting these doing these little circles all over the place. I mean, after all, just like fish are in water, we are swimming in an ocean of electromagnetic waves. And I'm not just talking about because of technology or the 4 or 5G. I'm just talking just the light from our sun is an electromagnetic wave. So I like doing those, and then I'll probably also do my little planets, and we'll probably splatter some paint as well, and that will be for the background. And then in my circles, we're going to go into space, final frontier, and then we're going to do the symbol, my positive symbol, because we sure can use a little bit of positivity these days with everything that's going down in the world. So there we have it. Let me check out my clock. Yeah, that's been about an hour. So I hope you've enjoyed, well, the beginning of this painting, and my other painting. I'll show you. Let's have one more glance at our samsara dancer. After all, we have just spent 3 weeks on this baby. So let's just enjoy it one more time. Oh, I'll bring that back. I'll bring this back here one more time so you can see it. I'll give you like a full frontal shot. Whoo-hoo. Oh boy, doesn't that sound erotic? Okay. Nope. Little zoom. So once again, I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave you with my schedule. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Well, not probably. I know for sure I'll be back at the right time. Today was an hour late, but tomorrow everything should be right. I'll be here at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and as I will be all next week as well. Will I be in Friday for a live stream? That is kind of the day that I leave open, depending what's going on in my private life or whatever. So I'll let you know this tomorrow. But in the meantime, you will definitely find me here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I wish you all a great evening, a great day. And I say, ciao, mes amis.